It's a great feeling as you pass the tall trees sign, because you know you're pretty much getting to the fun part of the track. So the climb's more or less over. Tall trees gives you a fairly short descent and then some fire road, and then really the final climb before you get to start on a nice long descent. It's a little bit rocky into the start of tall trees, so just be careful down there until you hit the fire road, just to make sure you don't flat. And as you hit the fire road, there's a couple of rocky sections on that as well. So it's easy to ride, but just something you need to be aware of. There is a bit of an uphill climb on the fire trail, so it's also a good area if you're a strong rider, where you can potentially pass slower riders if you've caught them before you get to the final climb. If you know you're not a great climber, it's a good idea on these pieces of fire trails to just pull over a little bit and let other faster riders get past. As you get to the end of this fire trail, it starts to switch upwards. You go into a fairly tight corner, so it's a good idea to change your gears so you haven't just rolled straight into it in a big gear. Grind on up through the switchbacks here, and you're pretty soon at the highest point of the course. As you come across the top of the hill, you hit Western Wedgetail, and this is the start of the descent and the most fun part of the trail. Something to keep in mind is if you're a great climber, you may be catching people as they get to the top of Wedgetail. Just make sure that you're actually a good descender as well if you're going to call track and try and get past, because sometimes people are actually really quick on the downhill even though they're not so quick on the climb, and they might actually, you might be able to get past them through the climb bit, but then be holding them up on the descent.